So yesterday we talked about number lines and we got introduced to what number lines are and how we can use them. So today we're just going to do a little bit more practice using number lines and just review what we went over yesterday, just so you guys get really good at using number lines. So like we said yesterday, so what is a number line? Number lines, they can help you add and subtract. And they're manipulatives like a counter. So you can use them, you can draw on them, you can use your finger on them, and then they can help you when you're adding and subtracting. So remember, this is what a number line looks like. And a number line will usually show you numbers through however many. This one just goes through 10. They can go through 20. They can go to 100. You can have really long number lines, but we're just using the short one today. So we're starting at 0. We didn't start at 1. We started at 0 and we ended at 10. And so if you look, and remember we talked about how each line on a number line represents a different number. So you see each line, and then underneath each line is the number that it represents. So you can think about it as counting the different lines on this. So if we count, we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So basically, you're counting the space between the numbers. So you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's why you start at 0. So you have 10 spaces that you can count. So we're just going to practice using number lines again. And remember what we said yesterday is that when you're adding with a number line, so when you're doing addition, you always want to go in this direction. And when you're doing subtraction, you want to go in the other direction. Because when you're going this way on a number line, when you're going this way, the numbers are getting bigger. And when you're going this way, the numbers are getting smaller. So this way you see bigger numbers, and this way you see smaller numbers. So just remember that when you're doing your practice problems, that when you're adding, you have to go that way, and then when you're subtracting, you have to go the other way. So let's try this one. So remember we talked about when you have your first number in your addition sentence, that's the number that you're going to start at. That's the stick you're starting at. So we're going to find our stick on our number line. That is number 3. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3. So we're starting at 3. And then this number tells you how many hops. Remember we said how many hops to make. So we're going to make 7 hops. And we make hops by going from the top of our stick to the next top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then when you're counting to make sure that you did the right number, you can count the number of hops that you did. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we did 7 hops. And then wherever the last stick your hops touch, wherever the last stick your hops touch is, that's the number that you added to. So we did 3 plus 7 equals 10. And that will be what your answer is. You can also use your fingers, so you don't have to draw the hops. You can use your fingers to do that too, if you don't want to draw the hops. Let's try another one. So this one, we're going to be starting at 0. So if we start at 0, then we're going to go 5 hops. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we know we're going this way because it's addition. And we can't go the other way because there's no numbers over here. There's nothing over here that we can count. So we're going this way because it's addition. So we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hops, and we ended on the number 5. So 0 plus 5 equals 5. So remember when we were doing addition before, we were using counters. So if I have 0 counters, I wouldn't draw any. So say I have my 2 groups. Here's my first group. It doesn't have any counters in it. Here's my second group. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counters in it. And if I add them together, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counters. Okay, now let's practice some subtraction again. So remember, when we're subtracting on a number line, when we see our minus sign, we know that we're going this direction on our number line because we're getting smaller. We're taking away. So we're going to start at this number 6. So we go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to go 6 hops backwards. So we're not going this way. We're not going to go this way. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then what we end on, that should be our answer. So this is where we started, and this is where we ended, and that should tell us what our answer is. So 6, take away 6, is 0. And we can check our answer. We can say I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counters. And if I take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counters, then I have 0 counters left. There's none left. I crossed them all out. All right, let's try one more subtraction problem. So remember, this is where we're going to start on our number line, and this is how many hops we're going to go. And this tells us what direction to go. So we know we're going to go this way. So we start on 4. We find 4 on our number line, and we're going to go 3 hops backwards. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and that should get us to where we need to be. And that is 1. So 4, take away 3 is 1. And we can test our answer. We can say 1, 2, 3, 4 counters. Take away 1, 2, 3 counters. We have 1 counter left. So just remember that when you're working with number lines, that addition tells you to go this way, and subtraction tells you to go that way. So the symbol, our math symbols, addition and subtraction, help us know which direction to go on the number line.